The Truth Behind America, A Minorities Perspective. Introduction. In today's society, it is evident that minorities and people of color are still facing discrimination and inequality. The recent political climate has only exacerbated these issues, with a lack of representation and support for marginalized communities. As a young Black man, I have witnessed firsthand the struggles and injustices that minorities face on a daily basis. It is time for a change, and it starts with addressing the systemic issues that have plagued our country for far too long. Chapter 1: The Failures of President Biden. The current administration under President Biden has failed to address the needs of minorities and people of color. From his lack of action on police reform to his failure to provide adequate support for marginalized communities, it is clear that he is not the leader that America needs. The recent assassination attempt on former President Trump only highlights the chaos and division that has engulfed our political system. Chapter 2: The Need for Reparations. It is time for America to acknowledge the atrocities committed against minorities and people of color throughout history. Reparations are not only necessary but essential for healing and moving forward as a nation. The H.R. 40 bill must pass to ensure that justice is served and that marginalized communities receive the restitution they deserve. Chapter 3: The Truth About White Supremacy. White supremacy has been ingrained in American society for centuries, leading to the oppression and marginalization of minorities. It is time for individuals to wake up and recognize the harm that has been done by following the ideologies of the white majority. We must strive for equality and justice for all, regardless of race or background. Chapter 4: The Value of Education and Empowerment. Education is key to empowering minorities and people of color to rise above the systemic barriers that have held them back. As a college graduate and advocate for change, I believe that knowledge is power and that by pursuing higher education, individuals can break free from the cycle of poverty and oppression. Chapter 5: Moving Forward Towards a Better Future. As we look towards the future, it is essential that we come together as a nation to address the issues of inequality and injustice that continue to plague our society. By standing up for what is right and advocating for change, we can create a more inclusive and equitable America for all. Conclusion. It is time for America to confront its past and work towards a better future for all its citizens. By addressing the systemic issues that have perpetuated inequality and discrimination, we can create a more just and equitable society for generations to come. It is up to each and every one of us to stand up for what is right and fight for the rights of minorities and people of color. Together, we can create a brighter future for all.